Hi there. So in the previous session, we have discussed regarding the concepts related to percentages. We have also gone through certain examples and understood those concepts. And in today's class, we will be focusing on some more additional examples. And the prime focus for today's class will be to how to solve this sorts of sum in much more effective manner and how to solve in a faster way. So without any further delay, we will start the session. What percentage is equivalent to 3 by 4? Now, this we have studied in the previous session also. Like I have told you to go towards the table, understand what is 1 by 2, which is 50 percentage, 1 by 4 is 25 percentage, and so on and so forth. So, if you have gone through that table and if you have understood that table very well, then you would be able to answer this question within 2 seconds. If 1 by 4 is 25 percentage, then 25 into 3, 25, which is 3 by 4 is 75%. Option B is the correct answer. Next, 12.5, 12 half is what percentage of 16 2 by 3? So what you have to do, you have to first convert this into a proper fraction, which is 12 into 2 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25 by 2. And 16 3 is 48. 48 plus 2 is 50 by 3. So 25 by 2 into 3 by 50 is going to give you 3 by 4, which is nothing but again 75 percentage. A simple sort of sum, and I hope all of you would be able to solve it. And I like to emphasize the point again, guys. Before each and every sum, please pause the video, try the sum by yourself, and then come back to the solution. If the price of 1 kg of rice is increased by 25 rupees, 25 percentage, and the increase is 12 rupees, then find the new price of rice per kg. So you consider let the original price, and this is my new price. Let original price be 1, then my new price will be 1.25. Or you can write as if original price is 1 and new price is 5 by 4. So I can see that there is an increase of there is an increase of 1 by 4. That means 1 plus 1 by 4 is going to give me 5 by 4. So there is an increase of 1 by 4. And this increase is nothing but 12 rupees. So when I cross multiply, I am going to get 48 rupees. So this 48 rupees is my original price. Is my original price. So what is my new price? Is 48 plus 12, which is 60. So 60 is my new price. I hope this step is clear. You see that from 1 to 1.25, there is an increase of 1 by 4. And this increase is nothing but 12 rupees. So you have to just equate it, and whatever value you will get, you will first get your original price and then you will add your 12 rupees to get the new price. I hope this sum is clear. If not, then please pause the video, start this part again, and then come back to the solution. Fourth one, due to the fall in manpower, production in the factory decreases by 20%. The production decreases by 20%. By what percent should working hour be increased to restore the original production? So I can say that my production is equals to the uh, sorry. Due to the fall in manpower, the production in a factory decreases by 20%. Okay, the production decreases by 20%. Then what percent should the working hour be increased? So manpower into working hours is going to give me production. So P is equals to M into W, I can say. And this is nothing but what we have understood in our previous session was E into equals to P into Q. Expenditure is equals to price into consumption. That same logic we will apply over here. So if my manpower is falling and my production is decreasing by 20 percentage. So I am getting 4 by 5 of my manpower, and by what percentage should I increase? I should increase the working hours so that I could restore the original projection. That means I should get the same value of P. Now I know my P is M into W. To get this result as M into W, with what value should I multiply W so that I should get M into W? I will multiply it with 5 by 4. If I'm multiplying it with 5 by 4, this will get cancelled out, and I will eventually get M into W. So my initial was W, and it is now 5 by 4 of W. So I can see that there is an increase of 1 by 4 of W. There is an increase of 1 by 4 of W. So my working hour should be increased by 1 by, which is nothing but 25 percentage. I hope this sum is also clear. The same sort of sum, guys. Please pause the video, try this sum by yourself, and then come back to the solution. If the duty on imported sugar be increased by 25%, duty increases by 25%, by how much percent a man should reduce his consumption of that article so as to not increase his expenditure? That means expenditure equals to P into Q, and he wants expenditure to remain same. But the imported duty on the sugar is increased by 25%. That means the price is increasing by 25%. Hence, my new price will be 5 by 4 of C. 5 by 4 is nothing but 1.25, which denotes that my price is increasing by 25%. And they are telling that I should get the same expenditure, which is P into Q. Now, to get the same expenditure, with what value should I multiply Q so that I should get the same expenditure, that is P into Q? I will have to multiply it with 4 into 5 so that this value will get cancelled out. So my initial quantity was Q and my final quantity was 4 by 5 of Q. So I see that there is a decrease of 1 by 5. There is a decrease of 1 by 5 Q. So which is nothing but 20 percentage decrease. Option A is the correct answer. The same logic what we have applied in the previous sum. A salary is 20% more than that of B salary. Then how much percentage is B salary less than that of A salary? So what we will do here, rather than considering any algebraic form, we will consider A salary as rupees 100. We will assume, let A salary be 100, then B salary will be 20 percentage more, which means 20 percentage of 100 is 20, and 100 plus 20 is going to give you 120. Then how much percentage A salary, sorry guys, my bad, A salary is 20 percentage more than B salary. So assume B salary is 100 and A salary will become 120. Then how much percentage is B salary less than that of A salary? So I see that B salary is 20 less than A salary. So we have to express this in the form of percentages with my base as A salary. So A salary is 120 and this goes into 100, which is 1 by 6 into 100. And I know 1 by 6 is 16.66 percentage, which is option A. I hope this sum is also clear. A very simple sum. A shopkeeper marks the price of his goods at 26% higher than the original price. Due to the increase in demand, he again increases by 26%. So initially, he increased by 26%, and later on also he increased by 26%. So I can see that this is successively he is increasing his price. Successively is increasing his price. That means he is first increasing 26 percentage, and then also he is increasing 26 percentage. So it is a problem of successive percentage change. And we have learned in our previous session that how to calculate the effective gain whenever you have been provided the successive percentage increases. It is nothing but a plus b plus a into b by 100, where my a is also 26 and b is also 26. So 26 plus 26 plus 26 into 26 by 100. 26 plus 26 is 52, and we know the squares of 26 is 676 by 100. So 52 plus 6.76, which is 58.76 percentage, is my net effective gain or net effective percentage increase. Net effective percentage increase. I hope this sum is also clear. We have to just use the formula of successive percentage change. I repeat, guys, if you face any difficulty in understanding the problem, please pause the video, watch that part again, and then move ahead. The same sort of sum, guys. Please try it by yourself. The tax on commodities diminished by 15%. So the tax is initially decreased by 15%, and its commission is then decreased by 10%. So first amount to be decreased is tax, which is 15%, and next is consumption is then decreased by 10%. Then find the effective revenue. We will again use the concept of successive percentage change, A plus B plus AB into 100, where A is 15% and B is 10%. And as it is, this is decreasing and this is consumption is increasing. So minus 15 plus 10 minus 15 into 10 by 100. So it is minus 5 and minus 1 point. So it is a decrease of net decrease of 6.5 percentage. Option D is the correct answer. I hope this sum is also clear. In measuring the sides of a rectangle, one side is taking 10 percentage in excess, is taken 10 percentage in excess, and other is taken 20 percentage in deficit. Find the error percentage in area calculated from the measure. So consider a rectangle. Okay, it has two equal opposite sides, breadth and length. So I will assume my breadth as 10 and my length as 20. You can take any measure which you want, and it is telling that one side is taken 10 percentage in excess. So I will assume that my length is increasing by 10 percentage and my breadth is decreasing by 20%. You can also take the vice versa. It's the same thing, guys. It's up to you because eventually we have to find the area, which is L into B. So it will be a same effect. So my length is increasing by 10 percentage. So my original rectangle area will be 20 into 10 is 200. 20 into 10 is 200. This is my original area. And my new rectangle will be, I have increased my length by 10 percentage. That means it will be 22. And I have decreased my breadth by 20 percentage, which means it is 8. So my new area will be 22 into 8, which is 176. So there is a decrease of 200 minus 176 is 24, and I have to find the decrease percentage in area, which is 24 by 200 into 100, which is 12 percentage. So there is a decrease, so it is a 12 percentage deficit. Option D. I hope this sum is also clear. If one of the Given a similar sort of sum, guys, if one of the sides of rectangle is increased by 20 percentage and other is increased by 10 percentage, and the percentage value by which the area changes. So consider your two rectangles. This is my original rectangle with again length is 20 and breadth is 10. And so the area will be L into B, which is 200. Now it is telling that one of the sides is increased by 20 percentage. So I will increase my length by 20 percentage and I will increase my breadth by 10%. So it will be 224, 20 plus 2 is 22 will be 10 percentage. So 24 will be 20 percentage and 10 will be 11. So my area will be 24 into 11, which is 264. So this is my new area. I have to find the percentage change. So there is an increase of 64 and increased percentage will be 64 by 200 into 100, which is 32 percentage. Option A is the correct answer. So you see here, guys, rather than assuming any variables x or y, we have just assumed some numbers and calculated the answer because eventually we have to find the percentage only. So that's why you can also assume any number and move towards your answer, which will make your calculation much more easier. Find a single equivalent increase if a number is successively increased by 20 percentage, 25 percentage, and 30 percentage. Now we know whenever there are two numbers, we can directly apply the formula a plus b by ab by 100. But what to do when there are more than two numbers and they are successively increasing? In that case, also, guys, we will use the same concept. We will see how. Okay. So eventually, first we will use consider your a as 20 and b as 25. So your effective percentage increase you will get as 20 plus 25 plus 20 into 25 by 100. You will get 45. This will go 1 by 4 and 5 plus 5. It is a 50 percentage net effective increase. Now we have two things over here. We have 150 percentage and we have another 30 percentage. From this two I am getting 50 percentage and I have one additional 30 percentage. Now consider this as your A and this as your B and apply the same formula. A plus B plus AB by 100, which is 50 plus 30 plus 50 into 30 by 100. So this 0 will go 80 plus 50, which is 95 percentage of effective increase. I hope this one is clear. We have to use the same concept. Same concept. It's just that you have to first solve for the first two, get the effective change, and then apply the same formula for the first effective change with that of the third percentage. So I hope this is clear. If you have doubts, guys, if you didn't understand this sum, then please pause the video, watch this part again, and then move ahead. A similar sort of sum, guys. The only difference is it's a discount. So you have to consider this value as minus. So consider this as your A and this as your B first. So A plus B plus AB by 100, which is minus 10 minus 15 plus 10 into 15 by 100. Minus minus will become plus. So you will get minus 25 and plus 1.5, which is minus 23.5. So with this two, you are getting 23.5 percentage decrease. And now consider this as your A and this as your B. So minus 23.5 minus 20 plus minus minus will become plus 23.5 into 20 by 100. So this will go 5 times and this will go 4.7. So minus 43.5 plus 4.7. So you just subtract it, you will get 39.8, I guess. We'll just solve it. 38.8, sorry, 38.8 we are getting. Effective decrease of 38.8%. I hope this sum is also clear. Price of wheat is decreased by 25% and its consumption is increased by 25%. And the new expenditure as the ratio of initial expenditure. This is the same sort of sum we have to use E equals to P into Q. Just take 2 minutes for this to solve it by yourself and then come back to the solution, guys. We have discussed this concept over and over again. So the price E equals to P into Q. This is my original state. My new state is I am increasing the price of the wheat by 25%, which means my new price is pi by 4 of P. And I am also increasing my consumption by 25%. So my new consumption is also pi by 4 of Q. So I can see that I am getting a, it is 20, sorry, it is decreased by 25%. My bad, guys. It is 3 by 4 of P. It is decreased by 25% and this is increased by 25%. So I am getting a 15 by 16 of P into Q. This is my new expenditure. So I have to find my the ratio of new expenditure to that of the initial expenditure, which is 15 by 16 PQ divided by PQ. So it is 15 by 16. Option D. A simple sort of sum, guys. We have used this concept over and over again. I hope this sum is also clear. In a recent survey, 40% of the house contain two or more people. So 40% of the house is containing two or more people. Okay. Of those houses containing only one person. So we will assume that 60% of the houses contains only one person. Okay. 25% were having only male. So of this 25% were having a male and remaining 75% will have female. We will assume that each and every one have child. So it is a assumption from this question which we are carrying out that each house has child. There are no houses with no child. Okay. So what is the percentage of all houses which contains exactly one female? So it is 60 percentage of, or you can say 75 percentage of 60%. It is 75 percentage of 60%. So you can write it as 3 by 4 into 60. It is 15. So the net percentage is there are 45 percentage of houses overall. 45 percentage of houses overall consist of only one female. 25 percentage of 60%. I hope this sum is also clear. All this sum, guys, a very good sum. The population of a town is 8,000. The males increases by 9 percentage and the female increase by 16 percentage. And finally, the new population. This is my population initially, and my new population is now 9,000. So find the number of females in the town. So there are two ways to solve this question. You can either solve it using the options also. For that, you have to try each and every option and get towards the answer. And another way is what you can take certain assumption. So you assume that your male is 100, and for simplicity, I will assume my female is also 100. This is my initial. And afterwards, what will happen? My male increases by how much? 9%. So my new number of male will be 109. And my new number of female will be, and my female increases by 16%, which is 116. Okay. So this is my total of 200 initial population, and this is my total of 5, 1, 2, 1, 5%. 215 is it? 100, sorry, 109, 116, this is 50, 225. This is 225. Okay. So now first step will be to see the effective percentage increase over here from 8,000 to 9,000. I can say is 1,000 by 8,000, which is 1 by 8, which is 12.5 percentage increase in population. 12.5 percentage increase in the population. And what is the effective percentage change over here? It is 25 by 200, which is also 1 by 8. I will write it here. So 200 to 225. I can see that it is an increase of 25 percentage over 200, which is nothing but 1 by 8, which is also 12.5. So my effective percentage change are both in same in both the cases. So what does it mean? That it is same because I have assumed that my male and female are equal. So I have to look for that option in which I am getting my number of male and female as same. I repeat, when I do the percentage increase from the initial case, that is from the 8,000 to 9,000, I am getting an effective percentage increase of 12.5. And when I am doing my percentage increase on the assumption which I have taken, that is 200 and 225, which I was getting. Here also I am getting the effective percentage change as 12.5, which is matching with the initial case. So I can say that this is because I have assumed my male and female to be equal. So I will look for that option in which I will get my male and female as equal. So here my female is 2000, my male will be 6000. So this is removed. Here my female is 4500, my male will be 3500. So this is also removed. Here my female is 3000, my male is 5000. So this is also removed. Here my female is 4000, my male will also be 4000. Option D is the correct answer. So you see, we have solved this sum in a much more easy and effective manner and saved a lot of our time. Rather than assuming a variable for m and then assuming another variable for f and then calculating the sum, it will make this sum a tedious and a bit lengthy. 16. A student has secured 15 percentage marks to get has to secure 15 percentage of marks to get through. That means 15 percentage is his passing mark. If he gets 80 marks and failed by 70, so if he is getting 80 marks and he is failing by 70 marks, that means 80 plus 70 is 150, and this is your passing mark. This is your passing mark. He is getting 80 marks. He needs 70 marks more because he is failing by 70 marks. That means he needs 70 marks more to get pass. That means 80 plus 70 is 150, which is my passing mark. Then find the maximum marks of the examination. And this 150 marks is nothing but 15 percentage of the marks, as the question has told, that a student has to secure 15 percentage of the marks to get through. Means 15 percentage is my passing percentage, and my passing marks is 150. So 150 is equals to 15 percentage. Then what is 100 percentage? Which is nothing but 1500, which is 1500. I hope this sum is also clear. So you can see this is a mistake, guys. 150 into 100 by 15. This will be 10. So my value will be 1000. 10. Sorry, guys. I hope this sum is also clear. A very simple sum. A candidate scored 35 percentage marks. Candidate scored 35 percentage marks and failed by 40 marks. So to pass, he needs an addition of 40 marks. While another candidate scores 60 percentage marks, while another candidate scores 60 percentage marks and 35 percentage more than the passing marks. So if I subtract 35 percentage, 35 marks from him, I will get his marks equals to the passing marks. Understood? There is one candidate who scored 35 percentage marks and he is failing by 14. So if he got 40 marks more, he will get marks exactly equals to the passing marks, which I denote as P. While there is another candidate who scored 60 percentage marks, 60 percentage of the total, and gets 35 marks more than the passing marks. So if I minus 35, if I subtract 35 from his total marks, I will get the marks equals to the passing marks. So we have to find the maximum marks for the examination. Now what you will do, you assume the total marks as T. Okay, so this candidate is getting 35 percentage of T and plus 40 will give his passing marks. Similarly, for this candidate, he is getting 60 percentage of the total. You subtract 35 and you will get the marks equals to the passing marks. Now this P is same in both the cases. So equate this to equation with respect to P. Equals to 60 percentage of P is 35. So you are going to get 40 plus 35, 75, and this will be 25 percentage of the total. If this is 25 percentage of the total, you have to find the complete total, that is 100 percentage of the total, which is 100 into 75 by 25. This is 3. This is 300 marks. So 300 is my total marks, which is option A. I hope this sum is also clear. Very simple sum. Easy. Now here also we will try to use the same logic what we have used in a previous example. So in a certain year, the population of a certain town was 9,000. And in next year, the population of males increases by 5% and that of female increases by 8%. And the total population increases to 9600. Then we have to find what is the ratio of males to that female in that given year. Okay, we have to find the ratio of male to that of female in a given year. Okay, so here we will try initially with the assumptions only. So consider option A. In that year, in the sense they are talking about the initial year. So let's say the male and female they are given as provided in the ratio of 4 is to 5. So male will be 4,000 and female will be 5,000. Now we know that male is increasing by 5%, which is nothing but an addition of 200. So my new in this the new count of male will be 4200, and my female is increasing by 8%, which is nothing but an addition of 400. So my new count of female will be by 400. This total is giving me 9600, which is as per the question. Hence, this option is correct. 4 is to 5. So you have to just try with the options and reach towards the answer. I hope this sum is also clear. In an examination, 10% of the students failed in math, 20% failed in English, and 5% failed in both. Find the percentage of the students who passed in both the subjects. So we will assume here, so there will be total of 100% of students in the class, means the total students in the class is 100%. So there will be students who failed in mathematics and there will be students who failed in English. So the number of students who failed in mathematics is 10%. The number of students who failed in English is 20%. And those who failed in both is 5%. So this 10% is the number of students who failed in maths. That means they failed in both maths and English. And this 20% is those who failed in English also and also in maths also. And 5% are those who failed in both maths and English. So this 5%, 10 minus 5 will give you 5. It is nothing but this 5% is nothing but students who failed in only maths. Students failed in only maths. And this 15% is 20 minus 5 is students failed in only English. You have to keep in mind this only. If there is an only, then it will fall in this side of the circle. If there is no only, then it comprises of both. Like 10% failed in maths, that means they failed in both maths and English. Okay, so now what is the total number you are getting inside the circle? So inside the circle, you are getting 5 plus 5 plus 15, which is 20 plus 5, 15, which is 35. So there are an overall 35% of students who failed, who failed. 35% of the students who failed. Then how many passed? If in a class there are total of 100% students, and of those who failed is 35%. So the number of students who passed will be 100 minus of 35, which is 65%. So there are 65% of the students who passed in 100 minus, uh, this is 10 plus 15. I'm making silly errors today. This is 25, this is 25, and this will be 75. Option A. I hope you understood this sum. If not, guys, then please pause the video, try this sum by yourself, and then come back to the solution. Another important paper, which you might see frequently in your exam. A man spends 60% of his income. His income increases by 15%, and his expenditure also increases by 5%. And the percentage increase in his savings. So let his initial income be 100. He is spending 60% of his income, and he is saving then 40 rupees. Now his income increases by 15%. So his new income is 115. His expenditure also increased by 5%. That means 6, and 6 plus 5 is 3. Mm, if 5 is 10, then this is 63. Okay. So my savings will be 52. Then what is, you have to find the percentage increase in his savings, which is 52 minus of 40 by 40 into 100, which is 12 by 40 into 100, and this will be 30% increase. Option A. 21. A solution of salt and water contains 5% of salt by weight. Of it, 20 kg water got evaporated, and the new solution now contains 15% of the salt. And the new percentage now contains 15% of the salt. Find the original quantity of the solution. So this is the sum, which this kind of sum we have also discussed in the previous video, where also we have considered the evaporation of the water and found out the original quantity of the solution. So there is a solution consider, in which assume there is a salt and there is water. So if salt is 5%, water will be 95%. Okay. Of this, 20 kg of water got evaporated, and the new solution now contains 15% salt, and it will be now 85% of the water. Okay. So what we will do, we will assume that the uh, initial solution is of, let's say, 100 kg. Initial solution is of 100 kg. Of this, salt and water consist of 5 kg and 95 kg. Okay, so the initial is 100 kg, which we are getting over here. Now, when I am removing 20 kg from here, I am getting 85 kg and I am getting 15 kg. I am getting 85 kg and I am getting 15 kg. Correct? But you see, only water is getting evaporated. Only water is getting evaporated. There is no change in the amount of salt. That means salt stays as it is. So I am adding or removing zero quantity of salt. But this value I am getting 15, and here there is a 5. This value I am getting 15, and here there is a 5. So this means that I have to what value with what value should I multiply this 5 so that I should get the same 15. I repeat, with what value I should multiply this 5 so that I should get the same 15. I will multiply this 5 with 3. If I am multiplying this 5 with 3, I will also multiply the water with also 3. So the new quantity which I am getting is 15 kg of salt and 95 into 3 is 15 and 20, 285 of water. And from this I am removing 20. So I am getting, this will be my 15 and this will be my 85. From this I have to remove 20 so that I should get 85. So now you see, I initially have 285 quantity of water, and now after removing of 20 kg of water, I am getting 85. But actually, what is my reduction? Actually, my reduction is 285 of minus 85, which is 200. So I am getting 200. I am getting 200, but I should get 20 ideally, because ideally 20 kg of water is getting removed. No, I repeat, I will multiply this equation with, I will multiply this number by 3 to make this quantity same salt, so that I am getting here 15 and 285. Now on removing 20 kg of water, I should get 85. On removing 20 kg of water, I should get 85. But ideally, if I am removing, if I am getting 85, that means I am removing 200. But ideally, I have to remove 20. That means with what value should I multiply this 200 so that I should get 20? I repeat, with what value should I multiply this 200 so that I should get 20? I will multiply it with zero point 0.1. So if I am multiplying the difference, that is this difference by zero point 0.1, then I will have to multiply this total by also zero point 0.1. So salt plus water is 15 plus 285, which is 300. So this 300 also I will multiply with zero point 0.1. So I will get 30 kg of original quantity. I hope you understood this sum. We have to initially make the quantity of salt same, as this quantity we are not changing. When we make this quantity same, we are getting a certain quantity of the original solution. And I am seeing that when I am removing a certain quantity, I am getting 85. Then that difference is 200. But the actual difference should be 20. So I will multiply this 200 by a particular value so that I should get 20. So and that particular value is zero point 0.1. So if I am multiplying the difference with zero point 0.1, I have to multiply the total with zero point 0.1 also, so that I could get the original quantity of the solution, which is 30. I hope this sum is clear to you. If not, then please pause the video, watch this part again, and then move ahead, because this is a very important question, guys. This question you might get in your exam, and please understand this sum very carefully. Another important exam. What quantity of water should be added to reduce 16 liters of 25 acidic solution to 20% of acidic solution? They are saying that there is a 16 liters of solution, and initially it consists, there is acid and there is water. It consists of 25 percentage of acid, 25 percentage of acid, and 75 percentage of water. So 25 percentage is nothing but 1 by 4 of 16, which is 4. So this will be 12. So my initial quantity of the initial solution consists of liters of acid and 12 liters of water. Now they are telling what quantity of water I should add so that I will get this as 20 percentage of acid and 80 percentage of water. Now apply the same logic here as well. Am I adding any acid here? I repeat, am I adding any acid here? No. So my acid quantity should remain same, which is 4. Okay. So my 20 by 80 is, which is nothing but 1 by 4. So if my 1 by 4 I am getting, which is nothing by acid is to water, correct? 20 percentage and 80 percentage. On solving it, I am getting 1 by 4. And my acid quantity is how much? 4 liters. I have to find my water quantity, which is 1 by 4. So water is 16. So from 12, it is becoming 16. That means my x value is nothing but 4. I repeat, from 12, it is becoming 16. That means I have added some quantity of water, which is nothing but 4. So 12 plus 4 is giving me 16. So the correct answer is option B. I hope this sum is also clear. A simple sort of sum. Another good question, guys. Please try it by yourself first and then come back to the solution. In an examination, the percentage of students qualified to the number of students appeared from school A is 80%. So consider this as your school A, so in which the number of students appeared, which I called AA, from A appearing student and from A qualifying student. Okay. So the number of students who qualified in an examination, the percentage of students qualified to the number of students who appeared is 80%. Okay. So let's say if the number of students who appeared in the exam is 100 and the students who qualified is 80%, that means 80% of the students passed. So the if I am taking the number of students as 100, that means 80 students passed the exam. Okay. And in school B, there is also a school B. The number of students appeared is 25% more than that of school A. So appeared from school B is 25% more. That means it is 100 plus 25, which is 120. And the number of students who qualified from B is 40% more than the students qualified from school A. So 80 into 1.4 is going to give you 80. This is 14. So you will get, you can write it as 80 plus 32 directly, which is nothing but 2 and 112. So 112 students qualified from school B. You have to find what is the percentage of students qualified to the number of students appeared from school B, A, B, and QP, which is 112 by 125 into 100. So this goes 4 times, this goes 5 times. On solving it further, 5152, this is 222.4, which is 16, 1 carry 8, 9, and 89.6 percentage. Option D. I hope this one is also clear. A good sum. 24. Rice is being sold at 20 per kg. So the price is 20 per kg. During last month, its cost was 18 per kg. So last month and this month. So last month was 18 rupees per kg and this month it is 20 rupees per kg. Find by how much percentage a family should reduce its consumption so to keep the expenditure same. Here also again we will use E equals to P into Q. So we see that the price increased by 2 by 18 percentage. 2 by 18, which is nothing but 1 by 9. So the value of P now will be, if my initial was, let's say, if my initial price was, let's say, P, then my new price will be 1 plus 1 by 9, which is 10 by 9 of P. So I have to keep the expenditure same, and my new price will be 10 by 9 of P. So the question is asking that I have to keep my expenditure same. That is, this value should come P into Q. And this P I am getting as 10 by 9, which I got it from here. That means initially it was 18, now it is 20, which is an increase of 1 by 9. So the total value of new P will be 1 plus 1 by 9, which is 10 by 9. And with what value should I multiply this Q? So that I should get the same P into Q. I will multiply it with 9 into 10. So that this will get cancelled out and I will get it. So my new value of Q is 9 by 10. 9 by 10 of, which means I have decreased the value of Q by 10%. If my initial value of Q was 1 and now I am decreasing it by 9 by 10, that means I am, if now my value is 9 by 10, that means I am decreasing it by 1 by 10, which is nothing but 10%. I hope you understood this sum. If not, I will repeat it again, this part, that my new value of Q is 9 by 10 of Q. If I am assuming my initial value of Q as 1, new value is 9 by 10, that means I have decreased my value by 1 by 10, which is nothing but 10%. Option. I hope this sum is clear. Yes, sir. The reduction of 2 per kg enables a man to purchase 2 kg more tea for rupees 8. So for rupees 8, let's say initially the man was able to purchase uh, X kg of tea. This was is the initial condition. Okay. Now when the price decreased by how much? 2 rupees per kg. 2 rupees per kg, there is a reduction of the price, and because of that, a man is able to purchase 2 kg more, X plus 2 kg of tea. Initially, he was purchasing X kg of tea, but afterwards, due to the reduction in price, he is now purchasing 2 kg more than that of tea. Okay. You have to find the original price of the tea. So let's say your original price is Y and your new price is Y minus 2. This is 2 kg Y rupees per kg. I will reiterate this, Y rupees per kg, and this is Y minus 2 rupees per kg. So I know that my X into Y should give me 8 as the price is remaining same, and X plus 2 and Y minus 2 should give you also 8. Now rather than solving the equation, what we will do? We will use the option. So if my original price is, let's say, 4, if my original price is 4, that means Y is 4, then my X will get 8 by 4, which is 2 kg. This is 4, then if this is 4, then this will be 2. And if I am reducing it by 2, that means this becomes 2 and this becomes 4. 2 into 4 will give you 8. That means you can see that the quantity increased by plus 2 kg. Quantity increased by 2 kg, which is nothing but 2 kg more, which is asked in the question. Hence, my option A is the correct answer. I hope you understood. I am multiplying this. There is a option which is telling that the price is 4 rupees per kg. So 8 by 4 is going to give you X, which is 2 rupees per kg. Now, when you decrease this price by 2, you are able to purchase 4 kg, which is nothing but 2 more than the initial quantity that is asked in the question. And so correct answer is option A, 26. Here also we will use the options and try to reach towards the answer. A reduction of 20% in the price of tea would enable a purchaser to obtain 4 kg more for 100. So there was 100 rupees. There was 100 rupees. He is purchasing at some price and he is able to purchase X kg. Let's say same thing we will either here quantity and here price. Let's say he is purchasing at price which is Y and the quantity was X. Now due to the reduction in 20% of the price, that means this price become 0.8 Y. He is able to purchase 4 kg more. He is able to purchase 4 kg more. Then what is the reduced price and the original price? You have to find reduced and original, reduced and original, reduced and original, reduced and original. Okay, there is a 20% reduction in price. The price is reducing, means original quantity is greater than the reduced quantity, obviously. Okay, but in this option, you see your original is 5 and reduced is 6.25. That means your reduced is increasing, which is not possible because there is a 20% reduction in price. So this option automatically gets ruled out. Similarly, this also gets ruled out as your reduced quantity, reduced price is greater than your original price. So this option is also ruled out. So now you are left with only two options. Okay. So try with option B first. Okay. They are telling that your reduced price is uh, 5 and your original price is 6.25. So consider reduced price as 5. So if reduced price is 5, I am able to purchase 20 kg. So my this will be 20 kg and this should be 16. If this is 16, then 100 by 16 is what value? 100 by 16 is 16, 6 is 96. This is 4, 16.2, which is 32, and this is 8. This is 6.25, which is given in the option. So this y is 6.25, which is option B is correct answer. So with the options, we have again solved the sum in a very easy manner. I hope the sum is also clear. If you have doubts, then please pause the video, watch this part again, and then come back to the solution, guys. 27. The population of a town is 15,625 and it increases 8% annually. That means each year it increases 8%. In the first year also it increases 8%. In the second year also it increases 8%. And in the third year also it increases 8%. What the population will be in 3 years? So I can say that in the first year also it increases by 1%. This is population at the end of the first year. This is this is population at the end of the first year. And after end of the first year, this will again increases by 8%. That is 1.0. Now this is the population at the end of the second year. This is the population at the end of the second year. And again it will increase by 8%. So this is the population at the end of the 3 years. At the end of the 3 years. So you have to solve this value. Now how you will solve this, we will see over here. This is 15625 into 108 by 100 into 108 by 100 and again 108 by 100. So this will give you 54 by 50, again 54 by 54 by 50, again 54 by 50. On solving it further, you will get 27 by 25, 27 by 25, and again 27 by 25. I will just write it here clearly 15625 into 27 into 27 into 27 by 25 into 25 into 20. Now I know my 25 into 25 is 625. When I will multiply it with 25, I will get 25, 10, 12, 30, 31. This is 0, 10, 5, and 12, which is 15625. That means 25 cube is 15625. So this will get cancelled out. So finally, you have to just multiply 27 into 27 into 27. That is 27 cube. Now I know 27 square is 729. I will multiply to 27. I will get 63, 6 carry forward 14, 0, 20, 49 and 51. 5103 you are getting and now you will 18, 5 and 14. 3, 8, 6, 1, 9, 6, 8. Option C is the correct answer. So here we have to just perform our multiplication. That's all. Your calculation will get easier when you will start remembering the squares. Otherwise, you will keep multiplying 25 into 25 and then again 25. If you remember that 25 square is 625, you are saving some time over here. If you remember your 27 square is 729, you are saving some time over there. Okay. So this small steps helps you to reduce your time and to solve the sum in a effective manner. 28. A man deposited 30% of the initial amount to his locker. And again after some time he deposited 25% of the increased amount. And the new amount now becomes 13,000. What was the initial amount? So let's say that the initial amount be 100. Let the initial amount be 100. He is depositing 30% of the initial amount. So 30% of initial amount is nothing but 30. So when he is depositing 30% of the initial amount and in the locker there is already 100 rupees. So now the new amount will become total amount will become 130. Total will become 130. Again after some time he deposited 25% of the increased amount. So the increased amount now is 130. And what is 25% of that? You have to find. He is depositing 25%. So 130 into 1 by 4. 130 into 1 by 4, which is nothing but how much? 4 will go there. You just keep it as it is so that I guess it will help in your calculation. Why? Because 130 into 1 by 4. Why? Because there is a 13,000 over here. So I guess it will help you in your direct calculation. So don't cancel it out. And again, after some time, he deposited 25%. So this is 25% of the increased amount. Correct? This is deposited. 130 was there in the total, and this 130 and this 25% of 130 he deposited. So the total amount now is 130 plus 130 into 1 by 4, which is 130 into 5 by 4. And this value should be equals to 13,000, which they said, which they have written over here, that the new amount now becomes 13,000. So with what value you should multiply this LHS to get 13,000? So you see, this will go directly 100. Okay, this will go 20, and this 4 will go that side, so you will get an 80. So you have to multiply the amount by 80. Your initial amount was 100. So 100 into 80 is going to give you 8,000. Option A. I hope the sum is clear. If not, guys, then please pause the video, watch this part again, and then come back to the solution. Another good sum. A man spends 50% of his income in board and lodging, 20% of the remainder in personal necessities, and 25% of the rest in charity. Find his income if he is left with 4200. Okay. So let's say his income is 100 rupees. He spent on board and lodging 50%. So he is remaining with 50 rupees. Okay. Now he is spending 20% of the remainder. That means 20% of 50 on personal necessities. Personal necessities 20%. So 20% of 50 is nothing but 10. What will be the remaining? The remaining will be 40. And the 25% of the rest. Rest means 40 is the rest amount. And on charity, he spends 25%, which means 25% of 40 is nothing but 10. So the remaining is 30. So final amount remaining is 30. Find his income if he is left with 4200. From my calculations, I am getting 30, but actual value should be 4200. So with what value should I multiply 30 so that I should get 4200? I repeat, with what value I should multiply 30 so that I should get 4200? I will multiply it with 140. So if I am multiplying the remaining by 140, I will multiply the in my original income or initial income 100 also with 140. Initial income is also with 140, which is 14,000, that is 14,000. Option A is the correct answer. To number 30. Two numbers are respectively 26 percentage and 5 percentage more than the third. So there are third, this is first, and this is second. Okay, this is 100. What percentage is the first of the second? So the first is 26 percentage more than the third. That means this will be 126. The second is 5 percentage more than the third. That means this is 105. We have to find what percentage is first of the second. So first by second into 100. 126 by 105 into 100. This goes 20 times, this goes 21 times, and this goes 6 times. So 6 into 20 is 120 percentage. 6 into 20 is 120 percentage. Option A is the correct answer. A very simple sum guys. 31. When the price of rice was increased by 32 percentage, a family reduces consumption in such a way that the expenditure on rice was only 10 percentage more than before. If 30 kg were consumed per month before, find the new monthly consumption. Okay. So here also we will use the same concept of E equals to P into Q. I will again like to emphasize guys, we see the importance of this sum, this sort of sum. We have got so many sum based on the same concept, and we have to do nothing here. We have to just we have to just multiply to see that we are getting the value of ES same or not. But in this case, the expenditure itself is increasing by 10 percentage. So we have to carry a multiplication, our multiplication such that it will give us the answer in which your value of E is 10 percentage more than the original quantity. Okay. So they are telling that the price of rice increases by 32 percentage. That means this, consider this as your original expenditure. So your new expenditure will be in which your price of rice increases by 32 percentage. That means the new price will be 132 by 100 of P. Okay, just make some space over here. And with it is asking a family reduced its consumption in such a way that the expenditure on rice was only 10 percentage more than the before. So 10 percentage more than the before means earlier it was E, then 10 percentage of E is 1 by 10 of E, which is 11 by 10 of E. Okay. So with what value you should multiply this Q? I repeat, with what value you should multiply this Q so that you should get the answer as 11 by 10 of E. 11 by 10 of E. So you see that in the denominator there needs to be a 10. So in the numerator, and here there is an 100. So in the numerator I will multiply a 10 because this 0 will then cancel out with 1 0. Okay. And in the numerator there is an 11. And here there is a 132, which is a multiple of 11. And this multiple is of 11 into 12. So if I put 12 in my denominator, I can easily cancel out this 132 with respect to 12 into 11 is 132. So on cancellation, you see, I am getting denominator as 10 and the numerator I am getting as 11, which is 11 by 10. So my initial quantity was Q, and my after that my new quantity was 10 by 12 of Q. That means I have reduced my consumption from 2 by 12, means 1 by 6. That is 16%, is 16.66%. This is just for your information, guys. That means I am reducing my quantity by 16 percentage, 16.66%. Now they are asking if they were consuming 30 kg before. So if Q was 30, then what is the new monthly consumption? That is 10 by 12 into 30. So this will go 5 times, this will go 6 times, and then this will also go 5, which is 25 kg. Option A. A good sum, guys. You can mark it important for your reference if you want. Two candidates participated in an election. 10% of the voter did not cast their vote. So 10% of the voters did not cast their votes. 10% votes were declared invalid. Okay. A candidate got 60% of the total valid votes and won the election by 3900. Find the total number of voters in the voter list. Okay, so let's say the total voters in the voter list. In voter list. Total voters in the voter list were 100, of which 10% did not cast. Did not cast. So this is the remaining 90. Of this 90, 10% votes were declared invalid. 10% votes were invalid. That means 90 minus of 9, which is 81. And of this 81, a candidate, there were two candidates. A candidate got 60% of the votes, so another will get 40% of the votes. And this candidate who got 60% of the votes won by 3900. And this 3900 is nothing but 20% of the difference. 60 minus 40 is 20%. And this difference they are telling is 3900. So I can say that 3900 is equals to 20%. 3900 is equals to 20%. We have to find the total number of voters in the voter list. Okay. So this 20% is effectively of this 81. This difference is 20%. This 60% is of 81. This 40% is of 81. Then this 20% is also of 81. That is 20% of 81. I am getting 3900. So 20% of 81 will be nothing but 8.1 into 2, which is 16 point. So 16.2 should give you 3900. Should give you 3900. It will be 3900 by 16.2. By 16.2. On solving it, you will get how much you will get. We'll just solve it. So you will get somewhere. You will multiply it with 2. You will get 81 over here. You will get 1. You will get 9. You will get 500. 19500. Okay. And this value 19500 by 81. 9500 by 81. You will then multiply with 81 to get your total number of voters in the voting list. Why you will multiply with 81? Oh. The reason you will multiply it with 81, as if you are multiplying the difference, as if you are multiplying this difference. This is 16.2 into 3900. You are getting 19500 by 81. So if you are multiplying this 16.2 with 19500 into 19500 by 81, then you have to multiply this 81 also to get the total number of voters. So the final answer which you will get is 19500. The total number of people who vote is 19500. I hope this is clear. So this is the number of person who voted 19500 that you have to find out. The initial 100 was total voters in city. In city. In an election, two candidates participated, A and B. A secured 30% of the total votes, then B will secure 70% votes. and lost the election by 500. And this 500 is nothing but 40 percentage. So what will be the total number of votes casted, which is 100 percentage? 100 into 500 by 40. So this will get cancelled out. This will be 25. 25 into 5 is 1250. Option C is the correct answer. 24. A company gives 12% of the commission to its salesman on total sales. So 12% of commission on total sales and 1% additional bonus and 1 percentage bonus on sales over 15,000. If the salesman deposits 7650 after deducting his commission from this total sales, that means this 7650 is the earning of the salesman. As it is deducting his commission from the total sales, that means from the total sales, he is taking out his commission, which is nothing but his earning. So 7650 is his earning. You have to find the total sales. So you see over here, 12% is the commission on the total sales and 1% bonus on the sales above 15,000. That means over 15,000, over 15,000, he is getting this 12 percentage commission also and this 1 percentage bonus also. He is getting a total of 13 percentage, let's say commission, 13 percentage commission. 12% was already there and this 1 percentage bonus. It's a net of 13 percentage. Now we will assume, let's say this 13 percentage commission. Now we will assume, let's say this 13 percentage commission, he is getting completely. He is getting completely. That is irrespective of the 15,000 target. That means below 15,000 it's 12 percentage. We will assume that 13 percentage is commission is overall. 13 percentage commission is overall. That means what we are doing, we are adding 1 percentage addition, 1 percentage additional commission, 1 percentage additional commission below 15,000. Correct? Below 15,000 because earlier it was 12 percentage commission. I repeat, 30, we will assume that 13% is commission he is getting completely. Now, if he is getting 13% commission completely, what we are eventually doing? We are adding 1% additional commission, which is below 15,000. This is 15,000. Above it, he is getting 1% extra, that is 13 percentage. Below 15,000, he is getting initially 12 percentage. I am telling that make this as 13 percentage also. If I am making this as 13 percentage, what I am eventually doing? I am eventually adding 1 percentage. Correct? And this 1 percentage is of 15,000, below 15,000. That means a maximum of 15,000. Okay, so 1 percentage of 15,000 plus 7650. Because why I am adding 1 percentage of 15,000 with 7650? Because I am eventually adding 1 percentage of the commission. If I am adding over here, then I will add here also to negotiate that. Correct? Eventually, I was getting 7650. But what I did, I inculcated 1% additional below 15,000 also. So he will also get that 1 percentage, which is nothing but 7650 plus 150, which is 7800. Now this 7800 is nothing but 13 percentage of the total commission. This 78 is nothing but 13 percentage of the total commission, as I am assuming that this 13 that I am assuming that we are taking this 13 percentage commission completely. Okay, this 7800 is 13 percentage of the total commission. That means from this I can get 1 percentage of the total as 600, and the 100 percentage of total will be, which is my total sales, is nothing but 60,000. 13 percentage of the 13 percentage of the total sales. Therefore, 1 percentage of the total sales will be 600, and 100% of the total sales will be 60,000. Option D. I hope you understood the catch over here, that we have assumed 13% completely. So if I am assuming 13% completely, that means I am adding 1% additional below 15,000, which I will also add to his earning, which will be now 7800, which is an effective of 13% commission of the total sales. So my total sales is 60,000. A very, very important sum, guys. Please mark it as important. Please revisit this sum if you are not able to understand this properly. So with that, we will like to end the session. Thank you for attending, guys.